This is mine. Let go. Let go of everything. Let go! Thousands of enemies. You're the only one who made me forget. I'm the toughest, smoking on dope. Feeling like two and not vision alone. Rocking out all white, feel like the Pope. Burning this bitch, I'm feeling the
Man, oh man, oh man. What a beautiful, just absolutely great performance. I am the Vol Core YouTube channel. I'm Elijah Edwards, and today, man, Nico lit them up, lit Iowa up like a Christmas tree, and I exceeded all of the expectations I had. I mean, every single expectation I had just completely shattered against, and just like gone into oblivion. I am so happy for the kid, man. I'm so happy on how he played, and I can't wait to get into this video. It's gonna be a good one, so buckle up and stay tuned, because this is gonna be a great one. Everyone can see the score. 35-0. No one expected this performance from the team. I mean, I expected maybe a 21-17, 28-17, 21-10, 21-3. I didn't expect us to score to score 35 points. And I also didn't expect us to shut Iowa out. No, even though the Iowa offense is completely atrocious and terrible, I didn't expect in any realm for us to shut them out. And it's crazy. And we're going to go into some of the stats here. So, obviously, the 35-0. And, man, I mean, Nico, 12 for 19, 63% completion percentage, which is pretty good. It can improve, but it's good. Like, it's really good. $151 yard wise, which is okay. That's kind of what I talked about in the previous video. I thought that's what I expected. A touchdown. So, you know, the original picture of the stats kind of look underwhelming. They look a little iffy. But when you actually go into his rushing totals, you can see highlighted down here 15 attempts, 27 yards, and 3 touchdowns on the ground. 3. Iowa has not allowed a single touchdown by a QB on the ground all year, and Nico did 3 in the entire game. I mean, that's ridiculous. Not to mention, they only allowed 4 rushing touchdowns all year, including running backs. Nothing. I mean, it's just crazy how good he played. And then you can also look at the receiving. The receiving was pretty good. You know, we had Squirrel. Squirrel played pretty good. 3 catches, 39 yards. Not bad. He had the long of 18, which is a really good catch. You have Ramel Keaton, who had that big toe tap catch on the sideline, which was just a beautiful catch and a beautiful throw by Nico. I mean, that was just beautiful. And then obviously the 1 touchdown came from McAllen Castles on the 18-yard touchdown snag. It was really great to see that happen. And oh my Lord, the defense. The defense was really, even though I know Iowa's not that good on offense at all, but I'm really impressed with the defense. You look at Aaron Beasley, 2 tackles. Amari Thomas, big Amari Thomas, came in big in this game with 3 tackles. Gabe Judy-Lawley, who I've kind of been picking on, also came in big and locked down the guy he was covering. I think one of the big stats to look at in this game is the 3 turnovers to 0 turnovers. Those turnovers were big. We're talking right whenever they were going down and they were right on the goal line. I was like, oh crap, here we go. Typical Tennessee defense. And we snagged that interception, and it just changed the whole momentum and outlook on this game. I mean, from that point on, Iowa never got it going on offense. And it was crazy to watch. And circle this, the 0 turnovers from Tennessee. That was big. Clean smooth football. And that's something we haven't seen all year under Joe Milton. And it was just so refreshing to watch, like, just amazing to watch. Also, Tennessee won the time of possession. I don't think under Heupel, somebody can fact check me on this, but I don't think under Heupel Tennessee has ever won the time of possession just because the offense goes so fast. But, I mean, I'll be danged. They won the time of possession. And 383 yards of offense on this Iowa defense that I think was allowing like roughly 200 a game in that area, 220. I mean, that's great. Great offense. We scored more than Michigan did on them. Yet, obviously, the stakes were higher in the Michigan game, in the Big Ten championship, but still. I think another thing to key in on is the sacks. Our D-line got after them the whole game. I mean, it was relentless watching our defensive line get after them. I mean, it was crazy to watch. It really was. I think in total we had 4 sacks, 4 or 5 sacks. I think it's 4 sacks against a pretty good Iowa offensive line. So, I mean, I'm really happy with the overall performance. I couldn't have asked for anything better. I couldn't have asked for anything better. We literally played a complete game for the first time all year. And it was so amazing to watch. And I'm so happy for this Tennessee football team. And I also saw on, like, the broadcast, they were actually comparing Nico's bowl game stats to Peyton Manning, like, right before the game started to see if Nico could match it. So we're going to look at how he fared to Peyton Manning's first bowl game stat. I mean, man, these stats are awfully close. And this is, from what I can find, this was Peyton Manning's first start against Eastern Carolina, September 2nd, 1995. 17 for 29, 58%, which is actually a little bit worse than how Nico was. 178 yards, 1 touchdown. That's really, really similar, because if you look at Nico's stats, if we go up here and look, Nico was 12 for 19, so a better completion percentage. 151 yards, so a little bit less yards, and 1 touchdown. Those are eerily similar. Now, I'm not saying that Nico is going to be as good as Peyton Manning. Nowhere near. Probably not even close. But what I am saying is that this was a really good first start for Nico, because he really is up there with one of the greatest players to ever touch the turf in Neyland Stadium. So, I'm really excited to see where this team goes. And also, just for the laughs, I mean, Iowa's offense. Let's look at this real quick. Deacon Hill, 7 for 18, 56 yards, a whopping 38 completion percentage, 38%. That's just miserable. 0 touchdowns and 2 interceptions. And a QBR of a whopping, incredible, 8.06. I mean, that's an incredible QBR. That's up there with the Heisman. It really is. And then when Marco Lane, I think his name's Linez, came in, he actually did do okay. He went 2 for 7. We're for 4 yards. I mean, that's comparable. But jokes aside, Marco Linez actually did kind of light us up in the run game. Over one drive, he racked up 51 yards on us, which I was shocked by. I mean, he looked like Brady Cook running all over us, but that's just, I guess, how it rolls when you put a running quarterback in that's not been prepped for at all by the defense. But either way, Iowa's offense was absolutely terrible. So, I don't know if I've seen a more atrocious offense. I mean, just terrible. Terrible. Awful. Literally terrible. But whatever. I mean, honestly, on the flip side, Tennessee played a great game today. We had a field day out there. It was a blowout. Probably the best game we've played all year. Best game. So that's really all I got. great game. Looking forward to the 2024 season next year, or I guess later this year now, and look forward to seeing some new content. I am going to be coming up with new content. I do plan on uploading, if not daily, hopefully every other day. I'm still new to this whole thing. I'm still getting into it. Obviously, there's a big improvement from this video to last video. I worked really hard trying to make sure I did a little bit better. I'm trying to improve every single time. So, y'all have a great rest of your day. Watch out for more content because it's coming in hot. And go Big Orange.